mixed reaction as Fulani group demands for the arrest of Sunday Igboho. The crisis between herdsmen and southerners has become intense at the moment. The southern people are agitating for an independent nation as they seem frustrated about the dominance of herdsmen in their territory. However, the agitation for an independent region has been well pronounced by the Southwest. The majority of the Yoruba people are agitating for a Oduduwa republic. Just as the Yoruba people are frustrated about the dominance of herdsmen in the Southwest, the Fulani people are also not pleased with the treatment of herdsmen across the region. Speaking about the treatment of Fulani in Oyo State, the Gan Allah Fulani Development Association of Nigeria, GAFTAN, said, "We call on the federal and Oyo State governments to ensure that justice is done to Alhaji Saliu Abdulkadir and his people by way of not only ensuring that Igboho and his boys are apprehended and brought to book, but that Sakin Fulani and his people must be compensated and returned to their homes." Before we even get into the comments, the thing is, it just shows how sly this government is. Because again, it's like, for one group, you never really brought the other, you never really defended them and, fought for their justice. And another group is asking and demanding for justice. So it's like, so are you going to be proactive? Because again, it's like, what is the point? And I think that instead of us looking at each other as again, it seems like the more Nigeria talk, but instead of us to look against each other and find fault in one another, we need to talk about the mediator, the person or the body that is meant to bring all of us together by being just and applying the rules, the government. Because they've not applied the rules in certain places, it shows, it allows people to think, that favoritism and nepotism, or it is actually happening. Nepotism is happening, but then it's like, why would the middleman that's meant to do his job not do his job? And so instead of the people to then blame the middleman, the government, they start looking for fault in each other. So yeah, I don't even know. Like, the thing is, the biggest tool and the biggest form of communication for the southern part of Nigeria is social media, and we use it very efficiently. We use it effectively. I can guarantee that at least most of the southern people in the country have access to social media one way or the other, even if it's once a week. But it's like with the northern part of the country, like, they don't have the same thing that we have. They're not as effective in using social media the way the southern people have. So again, honestly, for the southern people to really, really know, I don't know how they can voice it, because again, in the north, they don't protest, they don't do all that as much as the south. So again, social media is an effective way for them to do it from the comfort of their homes, but they're not doing it. So again, who is speaking for who when it comes to the northern part of the country? Because they don't even speak for themselves, and the people that they use to represent them aren't representing them well, but they don't say anything about it. So again, obviously it is unfair, but I feel like the south part is much more proactive, very much vocal. So again, it's like when the north is complaining, it is probably one person in power, or one person that's holding a religious position or something else. It's never really an average. If again, it would be more accurate if, let's say, an average northerner is just tweeting and it's like, this is what's happening, this is how we feel, and it's a consistent trend of northerners doing the same, not paid ones that are propagandists by the government. Please, let's go to the comment section, and the first here says, these people just believe that Nigeria is for them, so they can do or say anything they like and it to be done for them. Exactly. It's like, why fam, Nigerians have been complaining about this. And it's like, we literally, and the thing is, we have to be more tactical in the south, because again, we understand that the notion against us is that if we take laws into our hands, to be used against us. So it's like, how do we then protect ourselves when the government is not protecting us? And so it's like, I don't even know, was it in the Southwest where they found the head, I've forgotten his name now, the head of almost all the killings, and killings in the Southwest, and they caught him, and they were even human enough not to do anything to this person, and brought him to the police station Obviously, he was looking already frail and ill, so they didn't even touch him. And then they sent them back and ordered the people who brought him to take him to the hospital. Well, long story short, they themselves, the people who brought the actual culprit, they got arrested. So again, it's like, doesn't make sense. Someone says these people just be okay. Yeah, I read that. May the whole leaders never know peace. They are trying to fuel the crisis, and I even think let's even add, do you know what? I even think the media itself. Yes, thank you for the news and all that, but they do play a very huge role, especially now in terms of the way news spreads so fast. I will not be surprised that some of them are compromised, because to make things trend and to make people think of a lot of things, like the news and the media houses, they add to all the tension. They really do. So again, it's like we need to be careful about the content that we consume, because again, please. Someone said, so while his people and farms were invaded by cows and his people killed and disabled for complaining about the evil these herders are perpetrating in their land. I don't know what this person is saying. Someone says Fulani groups demand Igboho's arrest, compensation for displaced leader. Me, when now they kill farmers and community citizens, nobody do arrest now. Even FG don't make any move to do so. Exactly. It's like, you guys are actually crazy. Unfinished war, who's going to arrest them? Sick group. Who are these Fulani groups? Are they presidents? Are they the VP, chief of army staff? Like, literally the authority. And I think that, some things don't need to be said. That underlying arrogance of I run this is definitely prevalent in the way they speak, and the notion that they promote in the north is very much there. I might not say the average northerner would feel that, because again, the average standard of living there is absolutely poor and inadequate. So I don't know where that pride or whatever is going to come from, but from the leaders, they definitely feel that. They really, really do. It might not even be a thing of colonialism. I mean, before the people came, before colonizers came, they literally came and they literally stopped Fulani from literally colonizing the whole of Nigeria. I mean, they literally stopped at the middle belt, and that's why you have some mixed Yoruba Muslim areas where it's a bit confusing. But yeah, so they're actually going down, and in Fulani, they're literally across West Africa. So yeah, it might be an innate thing for them. Another comment here says, very soon Buhari government will expire. I will see how Fulani is going to escape this atrocity they committed. It's not that, it is who goes after Buhari, and I think we need to be very, very careful about who we put in power, especially even down to the local government chairman. Even down to local government chairman, they even hold much power than they hold much power than what a minister, let's say in the UK or in the US. It's so sad. But what I think about it in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.